All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to class. I am Teacher Jack. Put on my link to my Verbling page there for everyone. And welcome to Learn to Read and Write Phonetics. So in this class, we're going to go over how to read the International Phonetic Alphabet. This is an alphabet that is used by language scientists and increasingly most dictionaries and online encyclopedias to write words from any language in a way that is readable regardless of what language you're coming from or what language you're reading into. So learning it can be really useful, and I have found it very useful myself in studying other languages. So the class is going to start out a little technical, but then it's quickly going to get very hands-on. To stall a little bit for time, to let people show up, the phonetic alphabet is primarily, there are two major phonetic alphabets used by language scientists, the International Phonetic Alphabet and the Americanists' Phonetic Alphabet, which despite its name is not necessarily used just by Americans. It's called Americanist because it was originally used to transcribe Native American languages. But anyway, I guess I'll pause a few minutes longer. I'll stall for time, but then I'll just hop right into it. Hopefully someone will show up in time for the hands-on portion of this class. All right. So let's see. Where is my page that I want to show you guys? Why will the Google Hangout not let me show it to you? There we go. So this is a map of all the parts of your body you use to create sound. Your mouth, your nose, your teeth, your throat, all the important bits. So when we talk about phonetics, we need to know two things to list the sounds. So we're going to go through those really quick. It's going to be a little technical, but don't worry, we'll get to the fun stuff soon enough. So first things first, we need to know the places of articulation. These are, as it would sound, these are the places, the things in your body you use to make sound. And I'm going to teach you their technical names, just so you know them, and then we'll move on. Oh, hello there.
Hello.
Hello, Helio. How are you?
Fine.
And where are you coming from today?
I'm come from Brazil.
Brazil. Well, welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
So, in case you missed the introduction, we're going to be learning how to read the phonetic alphabet. We'll be getting hands-on in a second with it, but first I'm going to explain some technical stuff to you first. Hopefully it won't scare anyone away.
Okay.
Feel free to stop me and ask questions at any time. So right now I'm just explaining the names you're going to see used when I show you the alphabet. You don't need to know these particularly. They'll just be nice to know so that you're ready to see them later on. So the places in your mouth you make sound, the first is your lips. And in linguistics we call this bilabial. It's a very fancy sounding word. It literally just means two lips. So words you make with your lips, those are sounds like p, b, those are all made with the lips. Secondly, going just a little bit back, between the lips and the teeth, we get another area, which linguists call labiodental, another fabulously complicated sounding word that just means lips and teeth. F and V are made here. Further back, we have this area. This is called alternately either dental or alveolar. Dental means teeth. Alveolar is your gums. This is where sounds like t, s, z are all made. N is made there. Going a little bit upwards, we have our nose, of course. Actually, wait, that's not a place. Sorry, I'll get back to that. On the roof of your mouth, this is the hard palate. If you can feel it with your tongue, the hard roof of your mouth, that's the palate. And this is
Yes.
the... What was the question?
No, no, no.
Okay, sorry. And that's called palatal. Very easy. If you go a little further back, this is where sounds like a ch, sh are all made. If we go a little further back, you have something called the velum, or the soft palate. You can kind of feel with your tongue, there's a part where the roof of your mouth gets soft. That's your velum. Sounds from here are called feeler. If we go back even further, uvula is a place where sounds are made in other languages, but not English, so we're going to skip that, as well as the pharynx and the epiglottis. But right down here in your throat, at your Adam's apple, this is called the glottis. And sounds that are made here are called glottal. And that's where the sound H is made. So those are the places of articulation, and we're going to see them in action soon. Now there's one more thing we need to know real quick, or I say need to know, that's just fun to know, is that the other thing is called the manner of articulation. And this just means how is the sound made? What are you doing to the air to make this sound? So these manners are, the first one is a stop, also called a plosive. They're called this because you literally stop the airflow. So a T is like this. You can feel it completely cuts off the air. These are all plosive sounds. If we let the air come through but restrict it, it's called a fricative. This is s, sh, f. You can see the air is coming through, but we're restricting it. Between these two, it's called an affricate. An affricate is a sound that's part stop, part fricative. So ch and sh, and so ch is a sound like this, and j is a sound like this. Those are the two English ones. After that, we have nasal. That's sounds that you make through your nose. That's Then below that, we just have one last one, and that's approximants. And approximants are sounds where you barely restrict the air at all. That's r, l, w, y. You see the sounds are very open there. So this is all very technical. So let's go and see why I actually bothered to even explain all this to you, because I know it can get a little complicated. So we get to look at here. Oops. This chart. Now it looks complicated, don't worry, because most of those signs we don't have to worry about. This is the full chart. This is what the one for English looks like. Much simpler. Now, over here on this chart, you can see all these big words that we learned before, and I only taught you those that you'd see them here. And that you'd know that when in language, when we refer to these sounds, we call them by their name. So these sounds we would call bilabial plosives. These is a labiodental nasal, and so on and so forth. That's only helpful if you're ever looking these sounds up. This is what they're called. Now you can see here, we go to the English chart, much easier, just all these sounds. Now most of these sounds look exactly like their English alphabet equivalent. This is this is p, this is b, this is t, d. This one right here is the ng sound. This is k, this is g, this is f, this is v, this is s, this is z, and this is h. Now you'll see some unusual symbols right here and some unusual symbols right here. This sound, this is a sh sound, the shushing noise. This sound is the zh, like in garage. It's the zh. Both of these sounds here are the th noise. This one is the th's in thin. This is the th's in then. The difference is in one your throat will vibrate, and one it does not. So thin, then. Thin, then, sh, zh. And this sound right here, this is ch, ch. And this is j, this is j. So ch, j. Does that make sense? Oops, looks like I've scared everyone off. I hope not. So anyway, I'll just go on. So down here, we'll have vowels. Now, as you can see in English, the different accents of English have different vowels. This is British English. This is Australian English. This is American English. You can see they're actually not terribly different. Their charts are mostly the same. But we're going to focus on General American right here because that's what I speak. So that's the one I'll be most able to help you guys out with. So vowels are referred to in terms of front, central, and back, or close to open. This refers to where in the mouth it is. So front is in the front of your mouth, back is in the back of your mouth. Close means your tongue is up near the roof of your mouth. You're closing your mouth. Open means you're opening your mouth. So for instance, for a front close vowel, it's E, E, and you can feel it in the front of your mouth and almost closed. E, E. Now, at the opposite end, in the back of the mouth, we have this U, which goes ooh. This is the sound ooh. And you can feel both of those are high up in the mouth. But this one is in the front, E, and this one is in the back, ooh. E, ooh. Then down here, we have this letter A, and this is ah. This is in the back of the mouth and with your mouth open. You can even feel your jaw go down as you say it, ah. Now, let's go through the other sounds. So E, oo, ah. Those are the most universal sounds in the language. E, oo, and ah. Most languages have these sounds. So going forward, we'll go to the ones that are more specific to English. So this capital I here is I, the short E. You find this in words like bit, sit, stuff like that. Going down, we have this little epsilon. That's an English E sound. So red, bed, tread, eh, eh. Down here in the front and open, we have ah, ah. This is a very English sound. Ah. It's in cat, bat, sat, trap, and, can, ah. Always those sounds. Moving across here, we get like butt, stuck, cut. Here's ah, which we're familiar with. This little upside down E is called a schwa. It's a really little vowel. It's never stressed in English. So it's just like It barely exists, just You find this in the last part of little, the ol. You find this in probably, the b, probably. That's Then this vowel, this open looking O, this you rarely find on its own. It's normally next to an R or an I or some other vowel. So this is for, lore, store, oh, that's this one, oh. Oo, we just went over, and then we have this little upside down omega, and this is This is in could, should, would, stood, is all this would, could, should, Now, down at the very bottom there, we'll have these diphthongs. That's a very fun word, I find, diphthong. Enjoy saying it. I do. Diphthong just means two vowels that are very close to each other, and they're so close that they kind of merge together. So this one is this E sound, which we don't have on its own in English. It only exists in this diphthong. But this is the E of Spanish, the A. Now, in English, you always find it mixed with this I sound. So you put them together, A, and it gets A. So this is play, stay, may, okay, tray, A. Then we have this A, and also with the I sound. This is I, as in I myself, or my eyeball, try, lie, pie, all this vowel. This one right here, remember this is our for vowel from up here. it also mixes with the little I, and we get oi. This is in boy, toy, uh, floy, all those words. Then we get these two, which are both mixed with the little u over here. This is ow, as in how, brown, now, cow. And this is o, as in although, pro, boat. That's this vowel. So, I see we have a new student, only student currently. Have you been following along at all?
Hello, teacher.
Hello.
No, I just came before 5 minutes ago.
Okay. Did you hear me explain the vowels at all?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. So I'm just trying to teach you these symbols so that you can read them, because these are how you'll see words written in dictionaries when they're trying to write them out, so you'll know how they sound.
Yes.
Okay. So, did you hear any of the consonants?
Consonants. Oh. No.
Okay. Don't worry. So these are the vowels: e, I, e, a, o, u, and which you heard me go over. So up here we have, these are the English consonants written in the phonetic alphabet. Luckily for us, most of them look just like they do in English. There's only a few odd ones. So over here, this N with the little tail, that's the NG sound. That's as in running.
Running.
Running. Then over here we have these two sounds right here. These both represent the TH sound. This one on the left is the TH in thin. Thin. Your throat will not vibrate when you say it. Thin. And this one is the TH of then. You can hear your throat vibrates when you do it. Then.
Oh, it's similar. Thin, then.
Yes. Thin, then. So this relationship they have, they're both here in the same slot, is called voicing in linguistics. All that means is you can feel on your throat, your vocal cords vibrate when you speak. When you make the sound on the left, they don't vibrate. On the right, they do. So p, b, f, v, the, and so on. So then we have S and Z, R, L. Then you have these guys. This sound, this little S-looking thing, that's sh. This one is zh. That's the sound of a garage. Or vision. That's zh. Up here, this is ch, as in ch, ch. And this is j, as in the J sound, j. So does that all make sense to you? Hopefully. So now that we've seen these symbols, I'm going to bring up a thing here, and I want to see if you can read any of this. And feel free to ask questions or anything. Let me pull that up on the screen here. Okay. So here we go. We see a list of words. They're all written in phonetics. This is how you'll see them written in dictionaries. Oops. Looks like I've lost a person. Well, we'll keep going anyway. So this is how you'll see words written in dictionaries. And we're going to try to just sound them out. So we know all these individual symbols. So all we need to do is read them, because these are actually all very simple English words that you all probably know. So remember, this vowel here is the short I, and this T and the sh together is ch. So r, I, ch. Itch. Very simple. So if we go down, we get, this is the J, the j is a, this is jam, jam. Here we get b, s, bus. This is e, n, z, things. So this one is significant because this word is written with an S at the end, but the sound is actually a Z. So it's things. Here's k, d. This is could. This one confuses a lot of people because it's got two vowels written here and an L, but it's really just k, d. Could. This is r. It's that diphthong. I, r, I, s. Ice. This is just a letter and a diphthong. Huh and ow. Ow. Down here, this is P, ts, pizza. We go on down and we get m. Remember that little vowel that's barely there? M. And sheen. Machine. We keep on going down. We get O, sh, ocean, ocean. Spelled like that. This is a nice big one, so we're going to go slow. Ek, splo, that's O, ek, splo, j, un, explosion. Written like that, but it's pronounced like this, explosion. We go down, this is a fun word. Delicious. Delicious. A delicious word it is to say. And so last on our list we have language. 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 So there we go. There's those sounds done. Hopefully the viewers are getting something out of this. So for the last bit, I'll show you now back to our internet page. The reason I show this is because, as I've said, this is how words are often written in dictionaries. So, case in point, we have over here open the Wiktionary. And you'll see right here at the very top of the page, when you go to a word, it'll show you right here how it is spelled phonetically. Fact. Now, a lot of words we're also lucky enough that will have a little thing to play how it is. But so this is very useful. You can always look up any word. Earlier I had a student look up, wanted me to look up the word literature, a word they struggled with. And you can see right here they have it both in UK and American and even other accents sometimes. Literature. So for the most part, knowing these symbols can be really helpful in spelling it, especially when there is no audio guide, as there sometimes is here. Now, the nice thing about this alphabet is that it's useful for all languages. So, for instance, here I'm doing all these words for English, but if I wanted to know anything else, like if I wanted to know how to pronounce a German word or a Dutch word, it will show me how to do it there. Oh, that one. Here we go. Here we go. And it shows me how to pronounce it. The other nice thing is that if you are using Wikipedia to look up any of these sounds, you can come here, and if you're worried about what the sound makes, you're unsure about it, especially with the vowels, which can be hard when there's not someone around to pronounce them for you, you can always click on a vowel, and it'll take you to this page, which will have a audio thing to help you hear it, And we'll even list it in not just English, but in every language Wikipedia knows of that has that sound. So it's really nice knowing these symbols, even though they can be a little complicated to learn the first time around. It's also nice knowing what their names are. You can see it's called the open, mid, back, rounded vowel because that tells you things about it. It tells you their mouth is open. It tells you that your tongue is near the middle of the back. It tells you that your lips are rounded. So you can kind of try to figure it out for yourself how to say it. So let's see. Just one last thing. Students to interact with this class goes so much faster. Last time I taught this class, I had more people, but then again, it was also not at 2 in the morning over here. So the last thing is there's this website called Mockingbird. It's one of the links for this page. It's a really nice page because you can it has all the consonants on one, the vowels on the other. And the nice thing is that if you click them, a man will then pronounce the sounds. So he'll say, like if I click K, you'd hear a man go ka, aka, ak. And he says them always like that so you can hear them at different stages in a syllable, at the beginning, at the end, in the middle. He'll also pronounce all the vowels for you. If you wanted, you could even test yourself on them, but that gets a little technical. But it's a really good website just for hearing the vowels and hearing the symbols. You can even look up this list that'll tell you all those words I told you and more things than you'd ever want to or need to know for your purposes. So, without students to go through the various exercises, I don't really have too much left to say about phonetics. I know that I've been a little technical here, but I do hope that some of you watching will go on to use these phonetics in learning English and beyond because they are a really useful language tool. They've come very in handy for myself, I know, when I was trying to learn many languages. So I highly recommend familiarizing yourself. And like I said, all these links, everything I've shown you is all just online. Most of it can be found through Wikipedia, which is readily available in pretty much every language, and all these articles will be in many languages. So that's really all I have. So I guess I'll end this class early. Thank you for those of you who watched. I hope you enjoyed it.